What is good, everybody? Welcome back to a Monday morning stream. Hope you had a lovely weekend, Super Bowl weekend. A lot to talk about today. We are going to talk about Super Bowl, the market kind of potentially being on the brink of going down again. We got MegaETH, we got the AI meta, we got NFTs, a ton of stuff. What's good, Mingles? NFTs in the building. We got Cypher. Welcome everybody to the stream. Appreciate everybody joining. What's up, Gorilla? How you doing? I'm good. I had a good weekend. Worked. Didn't do much else. Played some Arc Raiders. We are so back. I don't know about that. That's one thing we're gonna discuss. I'm not sure we're out of the woods just yet. Yeah. But we could jump right into it as the people roll in. Let me share my screen right here. So let's just start off with the crypto markets. Obviously, we are back under 70,000 Bitcoin. Yesterday, we did get a random pump here, a scam wick to, it was 72,000, it's showing a little less now, to 72,000. And then out of nowhere, we just dumped. That probably wasn't it. It was probably, yeah, this is the 15-minute candles. Yeah, we pumped back to 72, and now we're back under, the things aren't looking the best right now. I don't think we're out of the woods. I bought a little bit of my ETH and Solana back that I sold on the way down, but I'm not convinced yet. And I'll probably just take it as a trade. That's not my long-term holdings, right? That's just short-term that I'm playing with. But yeah, we're not out of the woods. I was really hoping that ETH would reclaim, get back to 2,500 or something, and it really isn't. It's holding above 2K, thankfully, for now. But if Bitcoin falls off, you know that ETH is going under with it. And some fears happening right now. I did see this post. Somebody is aping, and I have his wallet here. Somebody is aping, and it's going up. I feel like when I looked at it like an hour ago, can I filter by, let's do 1 day. Yeah, it was down. It was at 2%, and now it's at 4%. So somebody is aping. I mean, if there was actual insiders here, I feel this would be much higher. But it's currently still at 4%. But yeah, this guy, the second he lost big. He lost 75,000 betting that Trump would not win the 2024 election, and now he's back. Oh my God, he put in he put in 100K into this. That's crazy. He's down 100K. He needs to make it back. But currently on this trade, he's up. So looking good for him. Maybe if this pumps to 10%, he's just going to exit on everybody. I don't know if there's enough liquidity even for him to do that. But it's at 5. Okay, it's moving right in front of our eyes. Something happening right now. Hopefully not, right? Hopefully we don't. There's no wars that happen today. That would not be good. I wonder how that war coin somebody mentioned in the comments the other day. I looked when he mentioned it was at 20 mil, and then it dumped down to like 11. And now I looked this morning and it was at 30 mil. So I wonder if it's pumping even more. But yeah, hopefully this doesn't happen. And this isn't an insider, just somebody literally gambling. And, if it doesn't pan out within the next 18 hours or whatever it is, depending on the time zone when this day shifts, he will lose 100 grand. Yeah, please, no more wars. I agree. No wars, both for the world and our bags. Let's be selfish a little bit, and our bags. But, for the world, I don't want war. That's you making your 100K back? I'm not sure, buddy. We'll see. We'll see. So we have a few things happening. We have, I keep seeing these posts and I don't know what's happening. So assuming this is true, the White House is meeting actually tomorrow. Yeah, Tuesday on February 10th to discuss more about the whole stable coin yield with Coinbase, but also the banks like JP Morgan's there. They're really trying to stifle the ability of stablecoin holders to earn interest, which we've been doing for years. So it'd be super weird if out of nowhere they're like, yeah, you know what? America, you're not allowed to earn 4% on your stablecoin. So the rest of the world is like DeFi, decentralized finance is going to, but on Coinbase, nah, because it's going to hurt the banking business. CG, love your stuff, man. You're my crypto newspaper. Appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for showing up to the stream. If you could hit that like button, helps out a lot. My goal is to get these to daily. Now, I need enough content to do it daily, but hopefully we get there. Let's just move on what's happening. I saw excuse me, I saw China orders banks to reduce US Treasury holdings. Now, I take all this stuff with a grain of salt, right? Because every second day we see China bans Bitcoin. But I do believe this is true. And I also saw like there's the whole Japan carry trade unwind, which if that's the case, they're going to continue dumping US Treasuries. And they're like the biggest foreign holder of US Treasuries. So we're in for some rough times now. And there's a lot going on with China. I was even thinking of investing in some index fund that tracks China for everything that's happening. But over the weekend, it was the Super Bowl. The Seahawks took it home. I didn't watch. I used to watch a lot of football. Now I just don't have TV. But funny, Coinbase did a commercial where I don't think you can hear it. I don't want to get copy striked anyways. But everybody was singing to Backstreet Boys. Everybody like Rock Your Body, that song, and everybody's singing along. And then they hit him with a boom, Coinbase. Super weird ad, in my opinion. Here, these guys, like normies, did not like this. You can see they're all throwing up the finger, and they're not liking it at all. I did see some people like it. W Coinbase. Does he work for Coinbase first? Okay, it's CT lead at Coinbase. That's why. But these streamers were singing, and then they're saying W Coinbase. It's like, oh, you got us. I did see there was a post from Bold Leonidas that was funny. He's like, hey, everybody's happy singing along. And then classic crypto, we rug pulled you. It's Coinbase. But, mixed opinions. I saw Crypto Bitlord because they've also put it on the Sphere. Why are they? Coinbase, sponsor my channel. Look right here. There's your logo here, okay? Throw some money my way, dude. Stop putting, this is a waste of money. This is such a waste of money. Nobody's like onboarding to Coinbase because of this stuff. I get it. They're talking about it. I'm talking about it right now, but it's not an onboarding tool. That just my opinion. But fire the entire Coinbase marketing department, and we CTO the company. Imagine having the chance to show 120 million people a crypto ad, and you come up with this. Ayahuasca brainstorming session that explained $1.5 million. Okay, just sponsor me, guys. Just sponsor me. Like what? What is this? They also threw up a merch store. I get the watch, right? The Coinbase watch was cool, but this is just, I would never wear this personally. Yeah. And I get it. It's a brand. It's a company merch. It's hard to hit with company merch, especially like a brand like Coinbase. I feel like it's just going to be the only people who are going to wear your merch are like employees or sponsors. Yeah. So there was that part of the Super Bowl. I didn't really watch any ads. Like I said, I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I didn't go see if this year's ads were good. So obviously, Seahawks won. So, on Polymarket, Kalshi, all that, they predicted it. They were correct. But the one I was watching was, which I took a bet on the no, and then I hedged it with a yes. I do take a small loss if the yes wins, which it seems like that's what's going to happen. But I'm not convinced here. So the question is, who will perform at the Super Bowl? And why? I don't know why it's stuck on just Cardi B. Is she the only one that has not resolved yet? Which would be really weird if everyone else. Imagine they rug me. Everyone else resolves to no, or everyone else resolves to yes, and she resolves to no for some weird reason. But the rules were: will Cardi B, Karol G, all these different people perform at the Super Bowl? Lady Gaga resolved to yes. Bad Bunny, obviously, was the main show, and Ricky Martin. They were all on stage singing, but. I'm got to check that there's no sound here. I don't think you guys have sound anyways, but so Bad Bunny performing. And then, so here's does this count as a performance? Okay. First of all, Jessica Alba, what is she like? 50, 55? Absolutely stunning. Let's just get that out of the way. Wow. But here we have Cardi B and we have Karol G. I don't know who Karol G is. I had to look it up. Does this count as a performance? They're on the celebrity stage, which I guess is on the field. Yeah, it's on the field because he's going to walk through. But for literally 0.5 seconds. These are performers, right? These are choreographed right here. If you can see my mouth. Yeah, you can. These are choreographed dancers. They're paid to be there. Were the celebrities paid to be there? I feel like they were just like, yo, come to the Super Bowl. You guys could be in the celebrity house with all your friends. It'll be cool. And they were just like, yeah, like, why wouldn't I do that, right? Why wouldn't I want on field for the Super Bowl? So I'm not sure if it counts as a perform. I guess it does. Like, they're under him. They're on stage. I guess technically it does count as a performance, but they don't have microphones, right? That's why it's weird. And then later he like kicks through the door or something. So you see them again. Well, when he falls through, yeah, he's going to kick through the door. And then you're going to see them, boom. So that's where you see them again, right here. So like, this is a performance, I guess. Again, like all these people they're all paid to be there. So I get why that counts. And then obviously we have, here, Lady Gaga performing. This is what I consider a performance, right? She's paid to be there. She has a microphone. She's singing. Same for Ricky Martin. But anyways, it's being contested right now. They tried to resolve it twice as yes. You can see it got disputed twice. Now it's 2 days and 9 hours left. I do see a lot of comments. I'm answering some people in the comments. I'm being technical support. If I see a question, I have to answer it. I'm like OCD about it. Yeah, a lot of people betting no, and they're just like, oh, UMA is going to rug on. Yeah, UMA Mafia is going to steal money like they often do. I do think there is a problem with UMA. I often see this narrative where it's whales that hold the UMA token who decide the outcome. But if those same whales are taking positions that they're voting on, how is that? Like, I don't know. I got to look in. Are there rules about that? And it's decentralized, so you can't know. Anyways, they could just use an anonymous wallet and be doing it. So I don't know. I find there's some serious issues that need to be solved with UMA, in my opinion, because I have seen certain markets where, you know, it's like bending reality. It doesn't make sense. It's always according to the rules, and the rules only say perform. They don't say she has to hold a microphone. She has to be paid. Nothing. So we'll see what happens with this. Like you can see, my no position was just down so bad. I was like, yo, I'm going to hedge this with a yes, because there was an arbitrage opportunity. So I went heavy on I put $1,000 on the yes. So I'm going to take a less of a loss on my no, but I'm also farming volume for Polymarket because here I explained the arbitrage opportunity. This is what's cool. You can arbitrage between different markets. Like, okay, Carol B and Cardi B, or Carol G and Cardi B were next to each other on stage. So either they're both performing or they're both not performing. And you can see here, you could have bought no on Carol G for 1.5 cents, depending how much you put in. It goes up fast. If I put in $100, it was like at 3 cents or 4 cents. So the arbitrage goes away. And then you could put $600 on Cardi B at 95 cents. And no matter what happens, you are making money. Like I said, I couldn't do this because I had already entered too much into the no. But I could have reduced my position, I guess. I was busy writing the tweet instead of taking a trade. But yeah, this is what's cool. You can have inter or cross market arbitrage opportunities. So I like that. But just talking about Polymarket, I saw here this tweet from Eliza saying, yeah, you know, the Polymarket could potentially be the biggest airdrop. Of course, we have the CMO, I think this was, saying they're looking to Hyperliquid for their token. You know, Hyperliquid is a very good airdrop, and kind of comparing volume here on Hyperliquid and what that looks like. And here she's saying, like, to be in the top percent, the top 20% of traders on Polymarket, you only need 5 to 10K volume, right? Not winnings or not, you know, 10K cash in the platform, just volume. And it's not the hardest to find these arbitrage opportunities where you break even at minimum, or, you know, you're betting on something that's 99.5% chance of yes, and you know it's yes. Like sometimes the crypto ones where it's like, hey, is this coin going to be above 100 mil FDB, and it's at 150 and it closed already? You know it's a guaranteed yes, but people are just too impatient and they want their money, so they're selling. You could take that small little percentage, and, you know, you're making 50 cents for putting $100. The money doesn't matter. It's about the volume. So there are ways to do this, and we'll see if volume even matters. But yeah, just 10K volume gets you in the top 20%. So I have like 300K, 400K. I really need to step up my volume. I've been trading as opposed to farming, and like, don't follow me. I'm down on my trades, all because of one bet. I made a massive bet on the Canadian elections a year ago, and it didn't pan out. So I've just been underwater on my account since then. But let me change my screen here because we have MegaETH. We have MegaETH Mainnet going live today. Today, let's close this. Boom. Which screen is it? MegaETH right here. Yes, sir. Yeah, so we have MegaETH Mainnet going live today. Let me just check, actually. Are they actually live? Did they announce something while we are on stage? 13 minutes ago. There you go. Introducing Rabbit Hole, your MegaETH ecosystem front end. Mainnet is now fully open to the public. So Mainnet is live, Discord is live, and upcoming apps, or Discover Live and upcoming apps. Sorry, it's really far from my screen, from my eyes. Bridge, let me zoom in. Here we go. Bridge and swap assets. I was supposed to bridge last night just so I can have activity before they went live, and I didn't do it. Hopefully they don't count that as some metric. Get notified on ecosystem events and more. So it's live. Discover Rabbit Hole, chat, discovery. You know what? Let's just open the website. Where can I? Oh, you can. Okay, there's an AI. You can ask it like, where can I get yield? I want to launch a token and so on. I wonder if there's a meme coin popping off right now on MegaETH. Rabbit Hole utilities, bridge from any chain, swap tokens, cramp debit card, sex bank, or receive personal and ecosystem notifications. Featured apps. Okay, they have a page that shows all the apps that are currently live and all the apps. Let's go to the website, rabbithole.megaeth.com. What's up, Captain? Welcome. Yeah, so you can ask it questions. How did I see all the apps, featured apps? Why can I not change to, I want to see the featured apps. There we go. Okay, so you can see all the apps that are live. I wonder if there's one for tokens. This website is making noise. Let me mute that. Mute site. Is this project real? Yes, this is MegaETH. It is a chain. It is a layer 2. So these are all the projects on it. With Top Strike is live. Actually, you can go claim packs for Top Strike. We'll talk about it in a second. So Mainnet is live. Great to see that for MegaETH. But let's go. Did I go too far in my links? Here we go. Okay. Yeah, so they announced a few things. One, Mainnet, which is live. And then they also announced the USDM buyback, like the utility of USDM. So obviously they're going to be doing buybacks. Here they kind of show the flywheel. So MegaETH will attract apps with their chain. It's super fast and cheap. And then apps increase USDM TVL. TVL increases USDM returns because the more the way USDM works is it's tied to US treasuries. So they earn revenues just by people holding USDM. And then that's how they make their money. And then they're going to use that money to buy back the token. Now, how much are those buybacks going to be? It's nothing crazy. Here, 500 million gets them $16 million a year if it's at a 3.25% yield. And you can see it ranges here between 14 million and 19 million. If they hit the 500, if they go higher, obviously they're making even more. But that does put them as, I believe, the seventh highest chain for earnings based on stablecoin yields, right? Not earnings in general, because obviously there's a lot of chains like Hyperliquid should be on this list if we were counting that. Which I want to look at those yields. But they announced, so they're going to be doing buybacks for the Mega token. They're also going to use the Mega token for where projects can bid here for proximity markets. This, from my understanding, this is to be close to the sequencer, which to get sequencer floor space, literally like a server in a physical room that is close to the sequencer. It's like, it sounds very similar to high frequency trading, where you want to be as close as possible and have the best possible connection so you get your trades in super fast. That's what it sounds like to me. So that's one of the utilities of MegaETH. And then they also announced the KPIs for TGE. Perez, I have no idea what you're talking about. What's up, Perez? Its only mistake is they made is asking users to claim free Mega by buying the token, which is a must. They made was asking users to claim free Mega by buying the token. I'm confused. You're talking about the did you claim your token? Oh, you can claim today. Maybe I'm wrong. We were discussing that in my server. Maybe I'm wrong. We're going to talk about all that. So right now, actually, okay. So the other thing they said was TGE doesn't happen. That's why I'm like, there's no token yet. That's why I'm confused by what people are saying. Because they said here they're giving us the KPIs. There's 3 KPIs for MEGAETH to happen. The first one is it's not in 7 days. It's 7 days after one of these KPIs. So KPI 1 is 500 million in USDM. Now we already saw USDM. They launched it, remember, a while back with a $250 million cap. It filled in seconds, and a lot of people were crying. A lot of people were upset they couldn't get in. And then I forget what number. Did they say 1 billion or something like that? And then people raged. And then they lowered it to 500 million. I couldn't find the tweets, and I didn't feel like scrolling that far. And then they lowered it to 500 million, but they left it open by accident. And it was slowly filling up. So I aped it, and then they closed it at 400 million. But then what they did was like, hey, this was sloppy. We completely messed this up. We're refunding everybody. And we're going to like do this later on. Execution was sloppy, expected to align our goals, guaranteed 1-to-1. Yeah. So they already could have filled 500 million. So they could have already hit that level. So obviously the market's changed, let me close some of these pages because I can't see my tabs. Obviously the market has, I'm going to keep this one open. The market has changed. However, there's a good chance. I think they can hit that 500 million, right? So you need circulating supply reaches a 30-day time-weighted supply of greater than 500 million. So it's 30 days minimum where they have been at 500 million. So if the next week they don't hit 500 million, none of this time is counting towards this KPI. And then the other one is 25% of circulating USDM deposited into verified smart contracts of key apps. So 125 million of this needs to be deposited into verified smart contracts of key apps. So the TVL of those apps is going to need to be high. The second KPI that they need to hit is with the MEGAMafia. Now, MEGAMafia are pre-approved. I thought I had it here. Yeah, right here. Boom. Are like pre-approved apps that are, I thought they got funding, but it seems like they didn't, right? Because there was a lot. There was like 2 or 3 that left. There's a few that just already went out of business somehow. But here, I think there's 24 or 28 different apps that are part of MEGAMafia. So we need 10 of these. Today, there's 9 apps total, like we saw on the website. I didn't check if they're all MEGAMafia, because there's more apps, right? I don't think Top Strike's on here. So yeah, not all the ones that launched today are MEGAMafia. I do have a list here because they posted. They said 11 of these are going to be live on day 1. So I'm not sure if they all are, but I think all of these are MEGAMafia. So right there, we would have 10. However, let's go back to the KPIs. Let me close this one right here. So 10 MEGAMafia apps fully deployed, proximity markets, whatever. 10 MEGAMafia apps fully deployed, verified contracts, functional core loop, public accessibility from the front end. Apps must cumulatively have 100,000 transactions across 25,000 wallets. Do they mean 25,000 wallets with 100K transactions on each or something? Because 100K transactions is like a joke. If we look right now, they're currently doing 1.3 million daily transactions, and they have 100, like they've already hit this. They already have 167,000 addresses. Doesn't mean individual wallets, but we can assume it's over 25K. Like nobody's out here making 20 wallets already for MEGAETH. So I feel like they've already hit this one, but maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's something that I am not seeing. Apps must cumulatively have processed. Yeah, so we just need the 10 apps to deploy if this is the case. So KPI 2 right now, unless I'm missing something, seems like it's the most likely to happen. And then KPI 3 is $50,000 in daily fees for 30 days, on 3 apps. So 3 apps need to be making $50K or more for 30 days straight. If you have one day where it's 49,499 or 999, it ain't going to work. And this one is 30 days. And then as any of these happen, then it's 7 days when any of the 3 KPIs are hit. I personally like that they did this. Brother Bing dropped like a letter here saying like why they're doing this rather than like a arbitrary date. I get it. I like that they did this, even though it could take longer. So we'll see what happens. This is what people in the comments are talking about. Okay, each app has to hit 100K with 25K wallets. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So yeah, Echo users will receive 20% of their tokens day one alongside Fluffle and Sonar participants. To me, I don't. Some people are worried now. They're saying like, "Oh, we're only getting 20%." When we did the raise, Fluffle get 50% unlock and Sonar get 100% unlock. Like they can't just pull the rug on us and be like, "Oh yeah, you invested at $1 bill. By the way, you're only getting 20% today." Like that would make no sense. What to me, the way I read this is Echo users, the earliest investors who got in at 220 mil. Let's go to Moon Math here on Fluffles. Yeah, they got in at 220 mil. So they're getting 20%. But Fluffle is 50% plus 6 months of vesting, which you can increase, I guess, by participating on the chain. And then Sonar, we got in at $1 bill. Like it's 100% unlock. If they rug it now and say, hey, it's only 20% unlock, like that would be ridiculous. I don't see that happening personally. But there's no tokens today. There's no. Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, this is confusing. I wish they would talk about, they would fix this, but TG hasn't happened. So if you're doing anything on MegaETH, you're using ETH. You're not using Mega, unless like it's live right now. Somebody in the comments who's done it, let me know. But yeah, you're using Mega. You're using ETH, not Mega. So TG is going to happen. I guess if 10 apps launch today and they do extremely well, is going to happen in 7 days. But I don't see that happening. I think it's minimum March that we're looking at, if not later. What else did I have here? So they did the refund. Yeah, I was looking at chains. So I invested in MegaETH. I'm bullish. I think they've built up like a cult following, like Hyperliquid, like all these chains, but we've seen that time and time again. Barachain had a crazy cult following. Their NFTs were trading for ridiculous amounts because of the airdrop. They currently have less than 100 mil TVL. And MegaETH wants 500 mil in their stablecoin, and they're making like app revenue, like 10K a day, less than 10K a day on all the apps. And their chain revenue is, what is this? Less than is that $631? Oh my God. What is going on? Same thing for Monad. Monad is making like $1,000 a day, and their app fee is 41K at least. But like, what are these chains? Like, what's happening? People get all excited for the launch of the chain because that's the liquidity event, and then after they just move on to the next thing. And this like they did 3 years of marketing and building. Imagine grinding Monad for 3 years in a Discord and it's already dead. We have Hyperliquid, right? And I don't fully trust these fees because if you look at Hyperliquid, like here it says chain revenue, and then app revenue. Well, okay, that's where it comes from. App revenue. That's why. Is that really their revenue for the day? I guess it's slowed down. When it was like 4 mil the other day, and then Solana, the big dog here, also like very low chain revenue. It's all through the apps, right? App fees. They're making 7 mil a day through the app fees. So we'll see for MegaETH how well they do if they hit these KPIs, and hopefully they do manage to launch very soon. But and last, right? So what can you do on MegaETH? Like we showed on that website, they already kind of give you a guide of what you can do. I did see Top Strike has a claim open where you can go claim packs. I was eligible because I did do the beta to start claiming. You have to do it on mobile, so it doesn't work on desktop. Wait, you're supposed to be able to claim actually on desktop. Maybe I did it on my phone. Let's go see if they tweeted anything, if they're officially live today. Yeah, so I guess they're going live today. What else? Really great list here by Swizzy, just showing you different things that you can do. So there's some NFT. Here's some tools that you can use. There are NFTs that are launching this week. So we have a bunch. We have first collection sealed. So we have Fibonacci minting on the 9th. So it's today. We have Mega Buddies minting today. We have Mega Chimp minting today. Tomorrow we have the Netizens, which I think I have a whitelist because I did Fluffle. And then I hold a bunch of Bad Bunnies. So I think I get first come, first serve round on this. What's good, Locko? Welcome to the show, brother. And then we have Mega Rebel. We have 404 Bunnies on the 19th. I really like that one. Hopefully it does well. And then we have Badly Drawn Berry on the 23rd. So a bunch of NFTs to look forward to. Again, like it's tough for NFTs to do well on a side chain. There's usually only a couple. There's like one runner. And we've had so many mint on mainnet already. Like Bad Bunnies are going to bridge over, I guess, today. Maybe I have to look into that. I haven't looked into it. Then we have a few, different apps. We have Prism, World Markets, G Mega. I'm not sure what that one is. Okay, it's a token. G Mega token launch. We have Ave Forge, which is a game. Euphoria. Okay, no, the 16th. Euphoria, I'm excited to try. It's like tap trading. It's like a casino. And then Cap Labs, which I've been staked in Cap Labs for a very long time. So we got to see what happens with that. But yeah, a lot happening on MegaETH. I'm going to have to, after this stream, go take a look into it. They're also going to get into some AI agent stuff. So I saw Meridian Finance is bringing X402, which is agents being able to pay each other. And then there's also, I have to look into ERC 8004. I've been seeing it a lot on the timeline, and I have not done the deep dive. Now, in terms of value, the market still is not getting very bullish on MegaETH, right? I think a lot of people, myself included, but I also did a fluff around, invested in MegaETH at 1 bill, which right now there's a 61% chance that after 24 hours, it's above 1 bill, and only 30% that it's 1.5. Whereas like 2 months ago, everybody was saying like, yo, easy 4x, easy 4x. On Hyperliquid is currently trading at 13. I can't see, it's too far. 13 billion. Excuse me. I wish 13 billion. 1.3 billion. So, price is roughly where we'd expect it to be. Again, people are impatient. Like, as hopefully people really like the chain, and people are really impressed today and this week with the chain, and then they get bullish and this stuff goes up. But the market typically isn't wrong. But moving on here, we have the founder of crypto.com. So crypto.com spent $70 million buying AI.com. They also put a Superbowl ad. It was funny. We were in VC yesterday. Shout out OXH. I was chilling OXH VC. We're talking about AI.com handles, and an ad comes on for the Superbowl for AI.com. So they spent like $7 or $8 million on that. A lot of people were trolling like, oh, the website didn't work. So basically you can go on this website, AI.com, and you can claim a name. So I reserved my name, my Twitter, and then I got a little hint here what I got. I got an AI agent name. Like, I was trying to think like ENS. Okay, you want low numbers, you want Pokemon names. Hope don't sue me, Pokemon. You want words like Apple or whatever it is. Easy would have been a great name for an agent. I should have stole Easy. So yeah, I would reserve my name. Like, you do have to put a credit card, but there is no charge. As far as I understand, it's just to prove you're human, and you could do it like 10 times with the same credit card as long as you have a Google account. You need to connect Google. If your Twitter handle is taken, it seems like you need a lot of followers in order to get it. I managed to get mine, but yeah, I did this in case, it's crypto.com. It's a crypto company, and it's your AI handle. we'll see. But the concept is really cool. Like if you've heard of OpenClaw, there's insane progress happening right now with OpenClaw. Like I'm gonna have to research that as well because I don't want to fall behind. I feel I'm falling so far behind in the world of AI. Like it's, I've messed around with the video creation and the image creation, but this is like creating apps and doing real things. So yeah, basically, they're giving you a OpenClaw agent, right? Just simplified so anybody can use it. You don't have to go buy a Mac Mini and then set up OpenClaw. Here, they're giving you an agent. Instead of asking it things, your agent has its own computer and can actually carry tasks out for you. So cool idea. I think, crypto people, a lot of them, this is going to be an entry for them to use OpenClaw. Most of them just heard about it through like Memecoins or whatever. So that was really cool. I reserved a name, but continuing down the AI trenches, in meme coins, most coins that I'm seeing being traded are still in the realm of AI. So these are all like the narratives that I'm seeing right now for AI. The main runner, which isn't a meme coin, is Banker. This is the deployer of these coins. I found this list so funny. There's 11 coins over 1 million. They're literally all up like 20%, 10%, 100%, 200%. The only one I still hold is down 18%. Like I was so pissed when I saw this list, but it'll go up. Hopefully it'll go up. I don't have a big position anyways. Yeah, that was cool. So Banker is the deployer. So Banker has been doing really well. It went all the way to 100 mil. We spoke about it like 2 weeks ago on stream, and it was at what, 35, 55, something like that. So basically what this is they give you like the infrastructure for your agent, and there's fee splitting, right? Pump Fund has fee splitting, Bags has fee splitting. So it makes sense on Base, but also Solana. But Base, we have a token to launch AI coins, or a launchpad to launch AI coins with fee splitting. So you get 60% on Base. On Solana, you get 50%, 10% goes to like some pool, and then Banker keeps 40%. And I was trying to find, are there buybacks? I saw this article written the other day from KuCoin saying they do buybacks, but I don't think it's like hyperliquid buybacks. I'm not sure how the buybacks function, how much they're putting in of their fees, but the token has been doing well, and I think it can keep doing well as long as this narrative keeps up, right? As soon as this narrative dies out, I think Banker goes back down. The same thing we saw with Virtuals and like Pump Fund and all that, right, with their coin. So cool tool. You also get like your own terminal. They give you a wallet connected to your Twitter, so you're able to say things. I've seen it on Twitter, people saying like, hey, Banker bot, buy me $20 of this token, and it'll do it for you. So that's really cool. I often see people compare it to Clanker bot, which is the way I look at Clanker is more of a pump fund compared to Banker bot, which I see more as like Virtuals or something where they give you the infra. This is just like a token launcher. As far as I understand, I heard the fees are better. I think you get like 80% instead of 60, but I think it's also about infra and what you're being provided. Right now, the meta is really Banker, but Clanker is also relevant, especially same name, but I believe this one's on Base as well. So yeah, I don't like this narrative, to be honest. I find it boring. Like all the coins, especially the names, just suck. Like Claunch and Claude and Molt and Moltex and Moltel and all these names. Like it's boring. It's so boring. But hopefully, it keeps pumping. The last time this happened was with Goat like a Truth Terminal, right? With Goat, and I papered that at 1 mil. If I just held, it would have been 1,000x. But that I was like, okay, this narrative is going to last 2 weeks and it'll die out. It didn't. It lasted so long. So I don't want that to happen this time. So I'm paying more attention to it. Yeah. So this is what's happening right now in the world of AI. We also had some NFTs pop off. I saw this one, which is down bad now, but called Claws. And I saw this post here from Braided saying a free mint it ended up going all the way to, near 4 Solana. So that's crazy. But essentially, Claws was minted for free 2 to 3 days ago. All you had to do was have an OpenClaw setup, which could have minted up to 25 NFTs for free. Yeah, I was sidelined for this meta. I wouldn't worry about it. I think a lot of people are. There's so much to focus on, dude. Especially just with crypto in general. There's so much to focus on. But Yeah, so if you had an OpenClaw bot, it could have gone to mint this for you. I saw a few different collections. There was like Shellborn, which the first 10K NFT for agents only, free mint, so that's great. It didn't do as well, but still, free to whatever number is great. It's free money. It's free money. There is a new one. No, wait. So this is sold out. I had a post here. Yeah, there is this new one that I'm looking at that Jesse actually shilled from Claudia bot, which actually was this Claudia bot, 400K market cap. That Jesse here shilled, and this is like combining Nouns DAO, but for AI agents. So if you remember Nouns DAO, it was like an OG NFT project from last cycle where every day a new noun would come out and you can bid on it. And then the money that goes to buying it, a majority of the funds go into a DAO, and the holders of the nouns get to vote what to do with the funds. So I guess they're repeating this concept. Like I saw this morning, so I haven't done a deep dive, but it would make sense if that's what it is. AI agents bid on the nouns, or the anons, they're calling them, and then the money's going to go into a treasury, and you're going to be able to, they're going to be able to spend that money together. They're going to vote based on what they hold. So I guess one sold because this is now number 2. Auction. Where can I see the previous sale? I guess I can't. But anyways, this one is going for, right now there's a bid of 0.15. 0.15. I want to find the first one. So I think this is supposed to be using ERC 8004, but someone here is saying like, hey, it's not. Hey, we're trying. Thank you so much for bidding and the sharp buy. Okay, this guy bid. Wow. Oh, wait, is this an agent? No, okay, it's my human. Yeah, I guess this is an agent, right? I don't know if it's an action agent, but that's funny. Wow, the world we're going towards, everyone, is crazy. Yeah, I feel I'm really not ready. I need to step up my AI game. But yeah, so this is cool. I think we're going to see more of this stuff. This narrative is going to continue. As for NFTs, I saw the Del Mundo's new all-time high. They went above 0.05. So that was really cool to see. We also had, which one was it? The pendulums, dude. These things cooked. We spoke about this like a week ago, and they were at 0.0. They were at 0.1, and they went all the way to 0.5. Very low volume, right? But still, did well. NFTs in general have been holding up really well, but I'm getting asked like, what NFT should I buy? I almost bought a punk, dude. I almost bought a punk. But my fear here is the price of ETH. It's not the prices of NFTs. I don't want to like full deploy NFTs and then ETH goes down 50%. I'd be really pissed if that happened. Ape Chain NFTs are pumping, really. I haven't paid attention to Ape Chain NFTs in a minute. I just know like G's, yeah, Gobs. Are they really pumping? So yeah, NFTs, I haven't bought anything. Right now I'm kind of just sidelined on a lot of stuff. I'm just waiting for ETH. I'm waiting to see what happened with ETH. Probably because ApeCoin is so down. Yeah. I mean, all coins are down, right? It's the state of the market. Let's go to coin market cap. I really hope Bitcoin holds 69K. Yeah. So that's the state of the market. That's what's going on this morning. Yeah, not deploying. Kind of worried about what's happening. Hopefully there is no war. Oh, this was also cool. Okay, let's finish on this one. We have Bat Soup Yum. He's setting up a treasury or his own fund, right? 100K to go and buy just upcoming art, right? Emerging artists, bring them on a show, like spotlight them. And it's cool because we're getting a lot of artists or even art collectors that are supporting, right? We have Jack Butcher who made a mint, and all the funds are going to go towards his fund. We have Sam Spratt donating 20K. We had here's Clutch donating 25 or pledging 25K. I saw a few other people Bob Lucas and Punk6529, they each donated 100K. So his fund now must be up to like 400 to just go buy art and spotlight it. Like, I hope this sparks. Captain was the one who told me about this. I hope this sparks some sort of art renaissance, for art. Yeah, for art, the art world of NFTs. And that would be really cool if new artists, I'm just going to get this off screen so you guys, nobody has like a seizure. Yeah, that would be really cool, right? I'd like to see the art world come back. I was actually shopping. I mean, I always look at them. Masks of Lucy by Sam Spratt. I'd want one that speaks to me, you know, especially if I PFP it. All the good people just aren't letting go of the good ones. That's the problem. And if they do, it's probably going to be mad expensive, you know, like the rose. It's just going to be mad expensive if they do. I like this one. It's like Game of Thrones, you know, the Night's Watch. There's a lot of good masks, but the ultimate is the skulls. This would be my ultimate PFP, to be honest. If I could have any PFP, if like money wasn't an object, if I had like 20 mil in the bank, whatever, I would buy one of these and just PFP it. And keep in mind, they sell for like $500,000. But yeah, that's the stream. I want to go check out MEGAETH, so I'm going to go explore that. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm going to try to keep these to under 1 hour and kind of just cover what's happening in the space, what happened that day. And right now it's Monday to Friday, but we're going to try to get it to Monday, Wednesday, Friday with the goal of going Monday to Friday. I want to take it slow. I want to pace myself. I don't want to get burnt out doing this. I also have my videos to think about, right? I got to keep those performing. Check out waypoint.tools. Boom, right there. It's in the description as well. Check out waypoint.tool. If it isn't, I'll add it. Waypoint.tools. And anybody want to sponsor the channel, hit me up. My DMs are open. And let's get some sponsors on here. Going to be a big show. Going to keep it going. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you very much. If you can hit the like button, if you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe. They want to hit 100K before the end of the year. Thank you for watching another Crypto Gorilla live stream. Peace. And stream.